All right, guys, let's get started. We're going to talk about social media today. How about that? Social media is the lesson. I'm going to give you guys some thoughts on how to do the retargeting, with your database. But let's just go through everything that we've covered so far to make you guys money, all right? So let me pull up the agenda. This is on getvyral.com/class. Brandy, there you are. Look, you're on the homepage. That's you, right? From last week. So let's take a look at this. Are you prospecting or advertising correctly to build the database of your target client? And I've been driving this home every single time I meet with you guys, right? Of like nailing that. And I'm gonna spend even a little bit of time again today going back to lesson 1. Okay. Then we got to make sure we have everybody in the system. Talked about that. We have a whole lesson on making sure that we get all the people ready to receive emails, monthly letters and retargeting on file for us. We want to make sure that we're sending out 2 helpful videos a month out to the whole list, 1 lead generation email a month to the whole list. We have all this here for you, okay? And then I don't want to entirely rely on digital only to stay in touch with your top contacts. Let's maybe use a little mail, but if you can't afford mail, call them. Remember that list of 150? Well, Frank, I don't have the 150 bucks. Fine, call them with the message. I want to send you an email with the PDF of my letter. Got it? So your time is the stamp as opposed to being the stamp itself. All right. Which leaves us now, are they seeing you 6 to 8 times a month on social media, ideally with paid retargeting ads? And I'm very specific in this. So we're going to cover this today for our lesson to get the full results out of maximizing the business database. We got to build it right, make sure it's in the system, and then here's how we're going to market to it. That's the marketing plan. The next week, we're going to cover, okay, people are clicking, people are engaging, people are doing stuff, consuming the videos. We got to call them. We got to reach out to them and see if we can find an appointment. That's next week. So let's go back here. Rob, lesson 1, you have a list of all the distressed properties in Mesa. You know how to get them. All right. We went into PropStream. We have all the different distressed properties you can get. And you've decided that you're going to put a flyer on their door. So you're making that flyer. What is the irresistible offer? What is the call to action? What is the solution to that person's pain that you have on that flyer that you're going to leave on their door? What does the flyer say? Let's go over it one more time.
I have a cash buyer. I can provide you an
Perfect.
offer.
Yep. And call me. I have somebody who wants to buy your home. Call me. I can tell you what buyer can pay.
Yeah.
Great. Love it. And you can find a whole bunch of examples, those all over the internet.
And is that something that you typically say, try to keep it as simple as possible, not as much information?
Clear, simple, 1 page, a little bit about you, a little bit of credibility statements. You're just fine. Okay. Brandy, you're in Austin. We were just talking beforehand that we're still trying to figure out the best way for you to build your database. And you got to get a list of homeowners and you got to put a message in front of them. And if we don't have any financial resources, it's going to be probably just driving out there and knocking on the door and flyering them or cold calling them. But even if I were to pull a list, and we were to go get some list, all it is going to be addresses and names of people that maybe might have some reason to sell their home other than not. You still have to have like a reason to reach out with a solution to their problem. Like if you have this problem, I'm the best possible option to get your home sold or put money in your pocket. All right. So now you're in Austin. We were talking earlier that Homeward is in your market, homeward.com. There's other people that do this, but it's basically the premise is sell your home twice. And the way that it works is you would go to a homeowner and say, look, I can give you a guaranteed offer on your home. I'm going to buy your home right now for 88% of market value. Then I'm going to take the risk of going and selling it on the open market, which might take a while. But when I do, I'm going to give you all of the upside. I'm going to give you another check when I sell it for the upside, less a fee. The challenge in order to do that is you need like a bridge loan. You need someone to provide the financing to make that happen. And there's companies that do that now. One of them in your market is Homeward, right? So I have your message. This is recorded. All right. I'm flyering your house, or I'm calling you because I have an easier way to sell your home when fewer houses are selling here in Austin due to higher interest rates and increased property values. Please call me on my mobile phone if you're thinking about selling it. I will buy your home right now for 88% of its value in cash. I will then resell it to a traditional retail buyer and give you 100% of the upside less a 5% fee. Unlike investors, I will pass on the remaining proceeds to you as soon as I sell the home. You get fast access to your home's equity with my upfront cash offer and keep the upside when I sell it on the market instead of giving it away. You'll get a high market price with the certainty of an immediate sale. Now, there's only X number of homes for sale right here in this neighborhood or zip code. That's pretty low historically in the area zip code city. It's a pretty desirable neighborhood you live in. So, my name is Brandy Atkins. I've been a full-time licensed real estate agent for X number of years. You can Google me, go to my website, learn all about me. And I'm writing you, I'm flyering you, I'm calling you. I'm writing clouds in the sky in my plane because I'm the only real estate agent here that I know of who will just buy your home up front and give the resale profit to you. It's a unique strategy where I step in as the market maker to make the transaction easy for everyone. So please call me if you're open to selling, and I'll tell you what I can pay for you now for your home and resell it for. It's a lot more than you think. What do you think about that message?
That's a winner.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. So now it's just a matter of putting it on the radio, putting it on a billboard, flyering it, mailing it, calling it, whatever media you want to get it out. All right. Do you know what list you want to use? So Rob, you know where you're gonna get your list for lesson one. What list are you gonna use, Brandy?
I don't know, because I'm still working on my niche.
Hang on, Brandy. Again, we're just going back to lesson one because we're just trying to get comfortable and get focused on how you're gonna get in front of homeowners. I'm gonna give you your niche. I'm not gonna ask you. All right.
Oh, nice. Okay.
How's that sound? I'm gonna give you your
Easier.
niche. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you right now. Are you in Travis County?
I've been Travis and Williamson.
Which one do you prefer?
Property line runs through my house, so I'm in both.
Pick one. Which county? Actually, we'll do both. So I'm gonna type in here.
Yeah. When I do my Facebook ads, I just put Round Rock because it's 15 miles and it encompasses Round Rock, Pflugerville, Northwest Austin.
You said Travis, and what's the other county?
Williamson.
That's the county I'm in Tennessee. Oh,
You put
I'm an idiot. They're right next to each other. All right, there we go. Okay. I think your target market should be people likely to sell their house. How does that sound?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. What zip code do you want?
Oh, wow.
Which one?
78660. A good one.
That one?
Yes.
That's your target market. There's 3,023 people that are in the top 10% of likelihood based upon their consumer behavior that they have a life event of needing to sell their house in that zip code. That's the list.
And I get it from this List Express.
I'll buy it for you. I got it. You have to have a special setup to be able to pull this. think it
Okay.
runs about 5 cents, 5 cents a record.
So you have to be a Frank VIP?
Yeah. Yeah. But the point is, this is still a list. But you want to work Pflugerville, and I want you going after people who have a reason to sell. How's that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
You gonna do it if I buy it for you?
You know I have to. Then I'm indebted to you.
All right, good. So I'm gonna buy you this list. It's my gift. And I want you to work it.
Okay.
Now the challenge is it's gonna be all over the city or the zip code. I just need you to go drop a flyer on their door. How does that sound? Can you get in your car and go flyer these people?
I can. Yeah, and
Otherwise, you're gonna have to cold
not a
call
big
them.
city. It's
No.
relatively small.
Okay. So you're gonna take this list of 3,023. Okay. And something that might be helpful to you. Okay. Is just go buy this. It's not too expensive. It's route planning software. Okay, so it's like 50 bucks. Okay. And go load them in. And it will optimize the routes of all the people in that zip code that are statistically likely more than anyone else based upon the best data we can get that probably have a reason to sell their house. Got it?
Okay, and remind me, Frank, what criteria you used when you did that? I know you did most likely to sell, but what other
This one's different. I pulled a behavior list. This is based upon web searches, credit scores, iPhone location, credit card purchase history, and it's run through some big algorithm to try to figure out there's probably a life event going on that they might need to sell. Economic stability indicator. Right?
Okay, so this is everything from they could be growing their family to they could
Yes.
be in financial hardship. So this is
Yes.
kind of, okay, got it.
It's
Oh, wow.
it's a consumer behavior list.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like it'd be more accurate, so that's great.
Yeah. And there's lots of vendors out there. Here's another vendor you could use. I have mine. There's nothing wrong with these guys, but here's another one. I really like Brad's company. Likely.ai.
Mm-hmm.
They have statistical models of who's likely to sell based upon behavior events. Okay. Again, this goes back to lesson 1. See, we're distressed, likely seller, monitoring events in their lives. You're going to see, these predictive seller lists. Okay. But here's the deal. All of it is just still a name and an address and phone number. It's all you're going to get, no matter how much you spend on it. And if we don't have resources, if we're not going to make cold calls, which are hard, we're not going to spend money on letters, you need to go knock on the door.
Okay,
And
and
then
based
I
on
gave,
today, what we're gonna do with the retargeting, should I be keeping in mind eventually taking this list and amending
Yeah,
it to get the
you could.
email? Okay,
You could certainly take this list of 3,000 and upload it to Facebook, which we're going to talk about today.
okay, awesome. Thank you, Frank.
You got to pick a plan. You got to go with it. And they're all terrible. They all are expensive and they are all time consuming. And you can lose a lot of money on advertising, right? And you can waste a lot of time prospecting and there's a lot of rejection. There's no way around it. That's why starting your own business is so hard because it's really, really hard to acquire a customer. Right, Rob? All right.
There is certainly a cost, whether it's time, money, effort.
Yeah. 100%. Okay. But I want to give you some focus, Brandy. There you have it. You have the message. Let's back it up with a homeward offer that solves a real problem in the market. Okay. And I'm going to give you a list of everyone in Pflugerville who's likely to sell. And you have to go put that message in front of their eyeballs. And I think the best option for you right now is go flyer their door. How does that sound?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. I like it. Do you
right.
do you want me to replay this video to get that message, or do you have that message?
I have it for you.
Oh, awesome. Okay, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
All right. So, Rob, you're going to have a bunch of people calling you from your flyers. Brandy, you're going to have a bunch of people calling you from your flyers. You're going to put them into your CRM. It's going to sync over to your Facebook retargeting audiences, and it's going to sync over to your email marketing account with us. And ideally, probably someone calls you from your flyers It probably goes on your monthly physical mail list that we talked about last week. I would, right? You're a really good seller nurtures, someone responding that way. That's what you're going to do, okay? And they're going to get 2 educational videos a month, and they're going to get a monthly lead generation message. And if you have the money, they're going to get a monthly letter if they go on the letter list. It's all been covered so far. But also, let's make sure they see you on social media. Let's make sure that they see you when they log into Instagram, when they log into Facebook, that you pop up. Wouldn't that be nice? All right. So I have some thoughts on social media that I want to share with you from someone who's done this for a very long time that has to scale and make sense. Okay. I lost my notes. Ugh. Hang on. I think I do this every time. Okay, here they are. And for the sake of today, I'll put everything in the chat here for everybody, okay? There we go. All right. Okay. So what is retargeting? Retargeting is everybody that's visit your website or websites. Let's follow them around forever, right? Retargeting is anybody that's interacted with you on Facebook. If they watched one of your videos, interacted with one of your pictures, liked, commented, shared, let's follow them around forever, all right? And if we have their address, phone number, and email, the more information, the better. And that user has used that information in their profile, can we match it up and target those people, which is usually what they call a custom audience. Those are your 3 main retargeting audiences: website visitors, page engagements, and a spreadsheet that you upload, right? So that makes sense. Yeah, I want to be in front of those people all the time, says every business owner. Okay, and they should. Which leads you to, okay, well, what's the ROI of it? I usually would think of, what's the ROI if I spend money on this? You'll have no idea. Give up. Just give up. Retargeting, when you try to do it through like driving leads and opt-ins and your cost per sale, just give up. Understand that retargeting is a branding play. It's designed to take the absolute highest intent audiences that you have and hammer home that you are the only choice for them and you are the preeminent expert. That's it. It's designed to create a feeling of certainty, a feeling that you are the expert and you are the only choice for them all the time. Okay? It's a branding play. Think of retargeting as a branding play, not as a lead generation strategy. So now that it's a branding play, you're never going to have any idea if it works or not. Give up. All right? We're not going to be spending a lot. We're going to be spending a couple dollars a day. So it's not a big deal, relatively speaking, in the idea of advertising spend. So how will you know it's working? Well, I'll really tell you. It'll be when you start calling for appointments or you have someone calling on your behalf. So for example, at Vyral, we'll have our appointment setters following up with people that want to take an appointment with us. And when Seth, who's one of our appointment setters, says, "Hi, I'm Seth. I'm with Vyral Marketing," the response he wants to hear is, "Oh, I know who that is. Yeah." Not, "Who's that?" Click. Got it. I will tell you that is what retargeting buys you. Recognition of your name when you or someone else calls, probably to your most engaged audiences. You guys digging that? That's what you're purchasing. You're purchasing branding and recognition of your name when you do your appointment setting follow-up. And there's positive vibes when I say Brandy or I say Rob, and you're using that name, okay? So, okay, if you're doing retargeting, how often should the audience see you? My answer is probably somewhere between 6 to 8 times a month you pop up on social media. They don't need to see you every day. You're going to burn them out. If you Google optimal frequency online, 2, maybe 3 times a week. They see you pop up in some way. Fair enough? That makes sense, doesn't it? So if you were to go into your ad account and take a look at what's literally, it's called frequency, over the past 30 days, you're looking for a frequency of somewhere in 6 to 8 is optimal. Could it be more? Sure. They're probably gonna get sick of your ad. Could it be less? Sure, but you're not spending enough. All right. So if you log into your ad account and you've loaded up these audiences, okay, of all your website traffic and all of your database, and you look at the frequency of 6 to 8, you're spending enough money. Now, for most clients, you only have to spend a few dollars a day. And it depends upon how competitive the audience is and how big it is. $1, $2, $3 a day. What is that? $30 to $90 a month will get you a frequency of 6 to 8 around there for those key audiences. How does that sound? So that's all you have to spend. That's all I'm asking you to do here. Okay. So we're going really, really niche and targeted. Right? Okay, Frank, this is making sense. Now I do want to say something. And there's exceptions. There will always be exceptions to the rule, like winning the lottery. Okay. But a strategy of you posting all the time on social media is creatively and emotionally, and at the end of the day, financially exhausting. Okay. So if you want people to see you all the time on social media, there's value in that. Sure. But there's really two ways to achieve it. Do I have to come up with new content all the time and post it all the time every single day? Or do I create a lot less content and just advertise it to get the frequency? You will be better served creating less content and just putting money behind it to get the touches, right? We call it frequency in advertising, than having to go through all the work of creating new content all the time and posting it.
How do we do that, Frank?
Advertising. Well, that's literally what we're going to do for you. I'm going to go through the strategy of how this works. But do you guys, is this resonating what I'm saying here? Retargeting,
Yes.
sure, let's be in front of them. No, you're not going to track direct response from $100 a month in ad spend with some small retargeting audiences. It is a branding play and what you're buying for the branding, and probably what the frequency should be, 6 to 8 times that you can actually see. All right. So what are you going to post? What are you going to post for your retargeting messages, your videos? You want people to spend time with you. Hey, it's Brandy. I made this video on the 3 things you must absolutely know before you sell your home here in Austin this year. Watch it. That's it. And they just watch it. And if you were to drive them somewhere, if they were to click a link, it goes to the blog post. Follow me? It's consumption, it's branding. Just take the videos you're making with Vyral, retarget the videos, get people to spend time with you and like you and trust you that you're the most certain professional person to use when they absolutely must sell their house. You digging this? That's how I want you to think about this. That's what's going to get you the best results, is getting someone to consume you online for your retargeting. So just advertise your videos. Okay, Frank. That's the strategy. That's the premise of what we're going to use for retargeting. Okay. So now how do we actually do this? Well, you need to invite us into your Facebook ad account, which means you guys need to actually be able to log into it. And I was supposed to get a response back. We have some moving around here at Vyral. I wish I had this in front of me. I apologize, I don't. But Rob, can you log into your Facebook ad account? Do you know how? You're muted. And you, Brandy, can you log into your Facebook ad account? Do you know how to do it?
I do.
Brandy?
I do.
You do? Got it. Is your latest credit card on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what I'd like you to do inside the ad account is set like a global spending limit of maybe like another $1,000. So if somebody messes up or you put an extra 0 on the daily ad spend, okay, or something happens, global cutoff of like stop market, stop loss, sell the stock if it goes at this point. Like, do not give permission to bill your card unlimited amounts forever. Put a global cap on the ad account. Sound good? And then you're going to need to send us your ad account ID. You can log into your Facebook ad account and send us your ad account ID. And you're going to get an invite if you haven't already from Vyral Marketing, so we can go there and access it. And I should know if I have access. I don't know. We should. All right. And if we don't, make sure that we do talk to your coach here. Okay. In addition to that, Brandy, what's the name of your page that we want to run the ads on for your Facebook page? You're muted. You got to unmute. Still muted.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I was muted. It's Adkins team. I think it's about to change because someone told me that I should have it say Brandy Adkins Austin Real Estate. So, but right now
That's
it
fine.
says Adkins team. And I know you guys are posting on it because that's
Okay, so we have access to that. Perfect.
Mhm.
Rob, what's your page? What page are we going to run the ads under?
Excuse me. The Elite Results team.
Good. And do we have access to it? Are we posting on that?
I believe so.
Make sure we do. So make sure Vyral through our Meta Business Suite sends a request from Vyral Marketing into your ad account and a request from Vyral Marketing to your page. That's probably the biggest pain in the butt of the whole process of getting us the right access that we need and doing it in a way where it's less likely for you to get hacked or someone hacking your Facebook account, of doing the permissions correctly. Okay. Now,
And in order to do that, do I just confirm with
talk to your coach. Yeah.
my coach? Okay.
Just make sure we have access inside our Meta Business Suite. Okay. The number one reason we don't update social media is we can never get you on the phone and get access. There's just no way around it. All right. So we talked about the billing card, spending limit. All right. Now there's 3 audiences that we have to set up in there. Okay. Here's the 3. Everybody who's visited your website, your entire database, and everybody who's interacted with your page. So let's talk about your website. Brandy, what's your main website? Let's pull it up.
It's AdkinsRealEstateGroup.com.
Got it. Come on, there we go. All right. All right. Now, there's a little add-in I'd like you to install on Google Chrome called the Meta Pixel Helper. It's a little add-in. It's free. Just Google it. And you see how I click this little link up here? You have 3 pixels installed on this page. You must have hired some people to run ads for you at some time. Okay, that's fine. But let's make sure that 1, the metapixel is actually installed on your website and your viral video blog and any other websites that you have. And you see how they all have different numbers here? This ends in 5730, 0576. We need to make sure that that's the pixel inside your ad account and it's not in some other vendors. So if we want to retarget all your website traffic, we have to get the metapixel that's in your Facebook ad account on your website and all your websites. And there's instructions how to do that. And this is how you verify it. Fair enough? So you need to work with us to take a look at, okay, what's the metapixel in the Facebook ad account running the ads in? What's that code? And is that the pixel that's on all your websites? No way around it. We have to sit down. We have to figure it out if you actually want to retarget your traffic. Got it? Second, inside your ad account, there's an option to create an audience, another audience. It's called page engagements. I want you to create an audience of everyone that's interacted with your Instagram or your Facebook over the past year, or 180 days, or whatever the maximum number is. Let's create that second list. So you have a list of everyone that's been on your websites, a list of everyone that's interacted with you. And I'm not going to take you through the details of how to do it here. It's a lot. There's help files. We know how to do it. I want you to understand the strategy and just be able to communicate it. All right. And the third audience is every single person we have in your Emma account needs to be uploaded as a retargeting list. And Brandy, yes, you can also take that 3,000 list that I'm going to get you through that List Express program. Okay. And you can upload that too. That's okay. And then we talked about
go to our coach. They already have that.
Yes.
Is that?
Yep. Now, ideally, we can easily pull the list from my Emma and upload it. But in a perfect world, we set up a sync through Zapier. So every time a new contact is added or updated to your CRM, it goes right into the Facebook custom audience. That would be optimal. Okay.
And all of those can be zapped, right? Your dad,
Yes.
if someone adds new to your CRM, if
Mhm.
someone engages with your page.
Goes to Emma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then secondly, the group of the 3,000, what is the program you said to use to get email addresses?
So usually they call that an email append or a phone append, or they call it skip tracing. You can use any skip tracing service out there. You can literally Google skip trace and use it. They're all equally terrible. Okay. Or you can Google email append or phone append and you can use it. I do not have any specific one I recommend. Probably one of the bigger players in the space is batch skip tracing. And they'll probably get the phone or the email, which is not going to be usually accurate. All right. For probably 12, 15 cents a piece. All right. So those are your audiences. Now, again, I'm not going to do a workshop here of how to do it, but there's help files. I want to understand the strategy. I want to lay down how to do retargeting right. Okay. So now, all right, you need to create an ad. Well, this is nothing more than just taking your latest video, uploading it as an ad, writing a few sentences, and linking it back to a blog post. That's it. And we'll do that for you. And we'll put in $1 a day as the ad spend. After a month, you'll spend $30. You're going to go into your Facebook ad account and you're going to pull up over the past 30 days, what's the frequency to those 3 lists? What's the frequency we're looking for?
6 to 8 times.
Beautiful. If it's lower than that, up it to $2, up it to $3, up it to $4. That's how you bid. You start giving Facebook more money to increase the frequency to an optimal range. If you overbid, your frequency is going to be really high. You better have a really, really interesting ad or you're just kind of overspending what's necessary. You're probably better off just widening the size and scope of the list. That's how you think about bidding on Facebook. It's to get the frequency optimal. How's that? Okay. So generally speaking, let's just replace the ad once a month. It's the same campaign. It's the same 3 lists. You run the ad for 1 month of your best video. After, let's say 30 days, let's turn it off. Let's create a new ad to the same list. And forever and ever, everyone that's in your database, if it's even synced up, right? That goes in your CRM. Everybody that's interacted with you online, anyone that visits your websites is constantly seeing your videos on social media. How does that sound? All right. So now for the sake of simplicity, and again, because I don't have the right access to your accounts, I wish I did, but again, I have some time with Vyral. I'm just going to go into our Vyral Marketing account that I run because I know it. I know how it's set up. All right. So let's audit the ads that you might be seeing from Vyral. How does that sound? There we go. All right. So as you can see, I'm in the Vyral Marketing ad account. Here, let me kind of clean this up a little bit here. There we go. All right, a little cleaner. So I'm in the Vyral Marketing ad account. Rob, this will say your name. Brandy, this will say your name. And you see this number right here? This is your ad account ID that we talked about that I need to be able to request access. All right. Down here under settings. Oh, nope, that's going to cause you problems. Let's not do that. And as you can see, we fight with Facebook all the time. Even I have an account error that I have to go fight with Facebook and figure out. I hate this stuff. All right. There's a level of value to it, but you are definitely a serf on Facebook's land. Never forget that. All right. So as you can see, I'm running my retargeting ads. Now let's take a look at this campaign. So this would be Brandy Atkins retargeting, Rob Hale retargeting, and you'd log into your account and you would see this. And I want to look over the past 30 days. Let's look the past 30 days of results. Okay. So, oh my goodness gracious. That is ridiculous. Okay. So I am spending $20 a day, which is way too high. Okay. And over the past 30 days, it looks like I have spent $413. Again, past 30 days. I have reached 3,460, let's say, real estate agents in our database and then visit our website and have interacted with us online for Vyral Marketing 23 times. They are probably sick of this ad because I'm spending too much. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to, if my account wasn't locked, so I got to fight with Facebook of why ever I have that error, is I'm probably going to bring this down significantly, probably down to like $10 because I'm spending too much. They don't need to see me that often on the same ad. Fair enough. But I'm getting pretty good results. People happen to be clicking on it. I'm getting the clicks for 34 cents a click. I would say par is probably $1. If you're paying more than $1, it's a bit high. Less than $1, you're doing really well. So it looks like the ad that I'm running, people really, really like. Any questions so far of just some of the basics of how to look at your retargeting campaigns? But at the end of the day, I've drove 1,205 people have clicked through to go back to the website and consume the content. I have no idea how many leads came in. I have no idea how many sales came in. I have given up on that. But if you were to ask me, Frank, if you spent $413 to drive that many people back to your website and your warmest audiences, sure. I have no idea who they are. They could all be Russian bots as far as I know. Okay, but sounds somewhat good to me. Rob, any questions so far? Brandy, any questions so far?
I'm trying to duplicate what you're doing. Where did you find that campaigns portion?
I mean, it's right inside I'm literally in the homepage of the ad account. So if you're in your ad account, it will look exactly like this.
Okay.
And I created a campaign, all right? And it looks like this. So now in that campaign, you're going to have your ad set, okay? And I would just call it educational videos. So here's your campaign called retargeting, optimized for clicks, okay? Probably with a housing special ad category on it. You'll have to add that on there, okay? Optimized for auction. And then you're going to have your ad set, which you're going to load in your 3 retargeting audiences. You'll have a retargeting audience that you've created on our audience. Think of like email lists, website visitors, page engagements, database or databases that you've uploaded. All right. And I would just call it retargeting audiences or educational videos. That's it. All right. Now, one of the things, once you're in there, okay, this is where you create your ads. This is the actual ads that I'm running. Okay. And as I can see here, one seems to be performing a lot better than the other because I actually have 2 running. So let's take a look at the ad, shall we? So I just have an ad of an interview. Let's see if I can do a, there we go. So this is just a story. So this is kind of a client testimonial, client success story. And I just have a clip of the interview. So really all this is, just think of this in terms of, it's an educational video, right? It's some video, whether it's someone talking about you or you laying down some knowledge with a post. And when you click watch more, where does it go? It just goes right to your blog post with your video and the write-up following the Vyral Marketing system. Great. And it creates this infinite loop of them retarget them again and again and again because now they're back on the website, right? So that's the ad. Look, shot right on a webcam. Nothing fancy. The production value of this was 0. Shot just like this, all right? And I think what we used to create this clip was Opus Pro. I think I remember I showed you that a little bit, that cool little strategy that creates the post clips. I'll show it to you really quick. And you can post the full video there or the clip. I'm pretty agnostic on what it is, right? But so I loaded up this interview, and do you see how AI created all these clips. I just grabbed a clip that had a good viral score, cleaned it up, and that's what was posted for the ad. And I could have posted the full interview or the clip. I don't think it makes much of a difference. This is pretty cool, isn't it? How you can like post any video in here and it creates all these clips automatically. It's wonderful. And if you're shooting from your cell phone, you're gonna look great. You don't need all the fancy stuff. All right.
Hey Frank, do you suggest taking a viral video and putting it in Opus and then like maybe turning it into stories? Just kind of
That's what we do.
repurposing.
Yeah, we do it for you.
Oh, you guys do that
We
for
pick
us?
one clip. So for your 2 videos a month that you shoot, your 2 longer form, right? Your 3 to 5 minute YouTube videos, we'll
Mhm.
create one clip from each and we'll give it to you.
Okay, got it.
And we're trying to play like, yeah, we have all the AI like everyone else. Sometimes it creates more work than it really is supposed to help versus just literally going in and just hard editing it the way that we want to. We're going back and forth of which option's best. But the point is we will grab one clip for you from each of your long form videos. Just one.
So do you think that we should do it for the rest of them just to have like content going out more often, like
Sure. Well, we send the
the
clips to
story?
you. Yeah, we send the clips to you. We usually say just post those extra. You're welcome to post them and do something good. And you can use the clip, the reel, whatever. You can use that, or you can use the full long form video. I've had great results both ways. So here's another example of a video I was running. This worked great too. I'm pretty. It doesn't. It can go either way. So I'm literally wearing the same thing. Hang on. Let's see if I can share view on desktop feed. So you just saw what happened to be a clip from a customer interview. Same concept though, it's a video with a post, right? Back to the blog. Here's one of me sitting right here. How to create a video email for your database. And that's the full 9-minute YouTube video right there in the post. Got it? They click watch more. Where does it go? Right back to the website. Sound good? So here's the principle. We can get caught up in a lot of the tactics. We want to do a little bit of retargeting. Sure. We want to be in front of people as much as we can on social media within reason. We want to get our retargeting ads audiences set up so we're in front of the right people. That makes sense. And let's spend a little bit of money, doesn't need to be much, a couple dollars a day to reach a frequency of 6 to 8 times a month. Okay. And let's put videos in front of them, your educational videos. And at some point, if you can get success stories, great too. Let's get people to spend time with you online. Let's just drive them right back to the blog post for branding purposes. Follow those principles, we're golden. And now it's a matter of, okay, what's the inventory? Do we do reels or long form? You know, what do they look like? What's the creative? You're kind of dealing with like the 10% stuff over here. Everything I gave you there is 90% of the principles to get the results of retargeting. All right. Now, I'm going to give you guys a pro tip. So by the way, what's really nice about this is once the campaign's set up, all you have to do is just go in there and maybe bring the budget up or down based upon the frequency and change the ad. And you just let that sucker go forever. Just constantly being in front of people. All right. Now I'll give you a really cool tip. When you go into your ad account, it'll give you your meta pixel that you put on your website, right? You probably have your website, you probably have your viral video blog. Great. But you can put that on any website. Okay. So if you have like a lender friend that has an audience of buyers, or you have a property management friend, or you have other friends that have websites that probably draw traffic of people that want to buy or sell a home, ask them if they'll put it on their website for you too, so you retarget all their traffic. It's a cool way of building a better list. That's just a pro tip. That's it. It's called like an audience share. I'll give you my pixel if you give me yours. All right. So that's my lesson on retargeting. Let's make sure that if you were to rewatch this, you guys attended this. If you're a viral and you're watching this and you're a coach here and you want to help our clients, that the strategy and the principles are set of how to go about it. And we can worry about the tactics going into help files, doing the detail work. All right. Rob, I want you to do retargeting effectively. If someone were to ask you, Rob, what's your plan? How do you do social media retargeting? Are you happy with this plan? Does this plan make sense? Is there anything missing? Do you have any questions for me? And you're muted.
So, as far as what we're currently doing with Vyral for the remarketing, my questions are for my coach to see, are we currently?
Yeah, your coach will watch this. You're going to watch it. And you guys on your next strategy call need to pull up a Zoom recording and double check all this stuff and look at the metrics.
Okay.
But now with this meeting, you're both on the same page, right? Of what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And again, we're going to fight for access. I mean, my account I literally showed you my shutdown account I have to go fight with. So your account might be shut down and flagged. And I will tell you, it's happening all the time in the real estate industry. If you're in credit, real estate, anything else, you're just constantly getting flagged because Facebook's petrified of getting sued.
Yeah. I noticed I did have flags, so I updated.
Everyone does. It's constant.
So yeah, as far as what we're talking about, you know, a lot of this is just like too much information of this is not my specialty, everything else. But what I'm feeling like the message is, okay, there's all this stuff that you can do, but we're doing it for you at Vyral.
Yeah,
Does that sound,
we're doing it. We're
right?
doing it with you because we're going to need your help to get access to the account. We're going to need your help to get access to the page. We're going to need your help to like make sure that the Facebook pixels on your websites, like there's a lot of things we want to be able to do, but if you don't give us access or get it for us, we can't do it. Our hands are tied. That's really the biggest thing. Like it is just impossible just to say, go figure it out because we're just going to sit here and be like, I don't have access to anything. Right.
Yeah.
And then we also want your permission before we start digging your card with Facebook spend. All right.
Yeah.
But yes.
So I'm pretty sure we're there. We just need to verify all those things.
Yes. So your coach will watch this. You're going to watch it. Next meeting for your strategy call, because you have a strategy call scheduled every month. Why don't you say, hey, let's pull up our Facebook ad account, make sure our retargeting ads are running. Let's look at the frequency. Let's take a look at what the frequency is. Let's double check the ad. Let's do everything Frank talked about in class this week.
Okay.
Done. Brandy, you've had a lot of education on this stuff. Tell me how you feel about this as a retargeting strategy. Seriously.
I like this. And if my coach is watching, I haven't seen the clips that you guys have sent over, if you've been sending them over, unless I'm missing them and they're lost in an email. So I definitely want to find those clips.
And what I'm thinking use those on social media. And you can use those on social media. You can use the clips as the ads.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking to repurpose this content, just taking all the viral videos, putting them into Opus, and then loading them up in the calendar just to get those stories out. Because I don't know about you guys, but like I'll have maybe 50 people comment on a post, but I'll have 200 people see a story.
Sure. Yeah.
So I figure I need to be getting in front of the stories.
Look, one of the things that we can't do is by hand post all the time. So let's talk about reels and clips because it's kind of a social media thing. Kind of like the best way to shoot a reel, clip, whatever, is you have 1 minute, you actually record it. And that is something you do on your video shoots. When you come to your video shoots on Riverside with us, we record your 2 YouTube videos. You can record separate, literally record the clip that complements it on that shoot, and we'll edit that clip. That's the best because now you've created content that's specifically designed for the clip, right? Absolutely do that, and we will edit it, okay? Now, the next option is you record your 2 videos, all right? But you didn't like shoot the reel or the story. So we have to go into the video and like extract it. There's 2 main ways of doing that. One is manually editing it, creating it, or uploading it to one of these gazillion AI services that do it, all right, and pulling it that way. Pros and cons each way. The point is we can get it. And now you have the video file, whether you shot it or we pulled it through AI or edited it, whatever it is, we have it now. We just give you those files that you go post by hand. It drives up our cost way too much to post those in addition to the system. But like people love it. It's like, oh, I shot these videos. Here's the clips. And honestly, when you're doing the reel and social media stuff, you like kind of go in there and doing it. And here's something you can go post. We'll give those to you. And yes, if you have a longer form video, so like example, when you use something like Opus, I did a 30-minute interview the other week with a client of ours. All right. I loaded that 30-minute interview into Opus, and it created and it ranked by the virality, if you will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. There you go. Now, in a perfect world, you can literally click this and it just posts it, right? Wouldn't that be great? Every day, post, every day, post, every day, post. Sure. But here's the deal. If you actually watch the clip, you actually look at how it's typed, there's a lot of human adjustments that have to be made that take the time up to do it. Because you'll hear people like posting on social media every single day. It's just very time intensive. That's why, like I said earlier, I prefer less content that's good, boosted with ads, versus creating more content, which takes a lot of focus and time to be able to get it right. There you go, Brandy. But yes, we'll give you clips. Go post them.
Okay. Well, it's a great idea though, because it's not creating new content. We're just repurposing the viral videos, turning them into 12 more videos, putting them on a calendar, loading them up and
Sure.
letting it go out there. Because it all is drawing people back to the same place anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we would love to have a service where we can post a clip every single day. It's just very expensive. It's very expensive. And then I have to weigh to a client saying, what would get you better results? Spending that extra money on letters to homeowners to call you, or spending on the clips? It's probably the letters, honestly, and the cost, right? So it's something that you have to do on your own. All right. Any other questions on social media retargeting? So you can have an effective conversation with your contact here at Vyral to execute what we talked about today.
I don't think so.
Good.
Sure hope so.
Well, you hope so that you have an effective conversation. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got some notes here and
Yeah.
we have some things to discuss.
Good. Great. All right. So let me give you a preview for next week. All right, Frank. Building the database. We're syncing it up. We're sending all this stuff out. Where's my business? Right? Where's my appointments? That's going to be calling and following up with people that click the links and engage. All right. And I'm going to give you, when you get the open and click report, you get the leads coming in from the landing pages, and you see people interacting with your stuff. You're going to have to reach out to them and see if they're interested in a discussion with you. We'll talk about that next week, whether that's something you do, or if you have the resources, you could hire an appointment setter or calling assistant to do it for you, whether it's an apprenticeship model with somebody who wants to get their license in your town, whether it's W-2 model where you just pay them as the appointment setter locally, or maybe even go overseas and you hire someone internationally to do it. Those are all options. I'll discuss those with you guys now. Anything else you guys need to get results? Anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's it. Thank you. That's more than enough, Frank. It's more than enough.
I'll see you guys next week.
All
See you
right.
guys. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Rob.